Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. A former head of state of Nigeria, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, has spoken out about what he called, quote-unquote, silencing of all voices of reason in the wake of tensions that have been generated by the wholesale rejection in the south of plans by the federal government to establish cattle-rearing communities for nomadic Fulani herdsmen. Now, critical southern groups like Afenifere and Ohaneze decided to stay away because of the former head of state's decision to invite the same meeting Miyetti Allah, the umbrella body of the herdsmen, over which has over time also accepted responsibility for the murder of hundreds of Nigerians as reprisal for allegedly impeding their progress and that of their cows. Now, for those reasons behind the boycott, we are now being joined by Yinka Odumakin, who is the Secretary of Afenifere, the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Cultural Organization, and Organizing Secretary of the Southern and Middle Belt Elders Forum. Welcome to the program, sir. It's great to have you here.
Yinka, thank you for coming to the morning show.
Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
The Southern and Middle Belt Elders boycotted the forum that was organized by the Abubakar Institute in Minna, Niger State. A forum for stakeholders on the state of the nation. But General Abubakar Abdulsalami later said that, well, you know, Southern and Middle Belt Elders may have boycotted, but that there will be another opportunity later. Is the Afenifere or the Southern and Middle Belt Elders Forum, or do you think the Ohaneze Indigbo will in the future attend the meeting? And do you want to shed more light on the reason for the boycott of this first attempt at bringing every stakeholder to the table?
Thank you very much. When we received the invitation from General Abdulsalami, we, in good faith, were set to be there. Because as elders in the community, Nigerian community, we felt that somebody needs to call this kind of meeting. In fact, it should not have been General Abdulsalami. It should have been the government this kind of meeting. When we were in this kind of almost situation in 1967, you remember General Gawan called leaders of thoughts across Nigeria.
67?
Yes.
Go on.
Yes. General Gawan. 67. They met in Lagos for days before we went to Abuja. But many people think that maybe the president is not aware of the situation we are in, which Obasanjo was warning against in his last letter. Until yesterday, when the president was receiving some stakeholders and said that Abiola will have reduced religious and ethnic tensions in the country. So I said, so you know that that's what the leader should do. Now, so when General Salami sent out the invitation, we went to our meeting and we agreed that we should honor his invitation. We were planning, we already got our tickets, ready to go to Minna. In spite of the fact that you know what it is to travel Nigerian routes these days, because there's no airport in Minna. You get to Abuja, you drive to Minna. We are ready to do this. We are ready to put our best on the line. Pike Clark at 92 was ready for that trip. Pai Adebanjo at 91 was ready for that trip. In fact, the fact that you're going to do this, kidnappers, all kind of things can happen. But last minute, we should know those who are going to meet with him now. So we called the general. And then the list came. And when we saw the list, one said that, Chief of Defense Staff, service chiefs, important Nigerians, that's okay. Until we got to socio-cultural groups invited. And we saw Afenifere, Pandev, Ohaneze, Midwest Forum, Northern Elders Forum, ACF. That's very good.
Arewa Consultative Forum.
Yes. Until we saw Miyetti Allah, Gan Allah Fulani Association listed with socio-cultural groups. I said, what is the meaning of this? Then it occurred to us that some weeks back, Garba Shiu did say that Miyetti Allah is the equivalent of Afenifere or Ohaneze and the rest of them. I said, no, this is not it. There's no way we can go and subject ourselves to this kind of indignity. It was infradig. So we wrote to General to let you know that if you go to the airlines, you see that most of them are already booked to travel that day. I said, no, we cannot make this. We are open to dialogue, to roundtable, anytime, provided it's done in a way that does not subtract from our dignity or subvert our values.
But what do you have against the Miyetti Allah?
Yeah, thank you so much. Miyetti Allah is a group. First of all, without the other negativity, Miyetti Allah is not a social organization. They are a trade group for cattle breeders. Just like we have fishermen association, you have farmers, you have pig owners, you have poultry owners, all kind of things. So they will not have fit into a setting. But beyond that, it's found that members of Miyetti Allah have been accused of all kind of crimes. The international report stated that in 4 years, about close to 30,000 deaths have been traced to herders in this country. And we are not aware of any courts which have been tried. So now say that the next is for us to go and sit on the table with people who have been accused of crimes and the law is not being enforced against them. We'll be endorsing criminality and we accepting the narrative of the president that we're at par with this kind of group. Their members, they fling AK-47s across Nigeria. Nobody's examining them. They have owned, when 73 people were killed in Benue, January 1, 2018, members of Miyetti Allah came out to say, yes, Benue land belongs to us. Our cattle were killed. When a group of Miyetti Allah visited the chief of defense staff in 2016, they were lecturing him on why, in fact, it was an inaugural lecture, on why they had to kill. And so, even a former defense minister once told this country that members of Miyetti Allah are killing because cattle routes are blocked. So, we could not, our people were very angry with us. And we just buried Toye Olakoni in the Southwest. That's our pastorality. We put in the public space that his brother, our brother, Ken the Fashion, said that when he got to Ore to collect her corpse, policemen on duty told her that she was killed by herdsmen. No, the police has not done this up to today. And to now say now, for Abu now to see on television with Miyetti Allah, how will you explain?
But then where is the diplomatic solution to this problem at hand? Because ethno-religious conflict has really and truly just taken a different turn right now.
Yes.
And if we can't have a diplomatic approach to problem solving this issue of national insecurity, then how are we expected to solve the problem? Because it seems as though what the general was trying to achieve here was to get everybody to understand and accept their differences, but find a common ground at one forum that can then be put in or implemented into actions.
With due respect to the general, even if you had attended that summit, at best, it had just been a talk shop. Because former head of state, chairman peace committee, but it's not the president. He has no power to implement anything. We are just going to talk. If, like I said earlier on, if there's a leadership that understands where we are,
is it not better to jojo rather than to war?
That's why we're ready to go. That's why go to the various airlines. That day, you see our names on their manifest. We're ready to travel. But not on that condition. And like you said, you see, like I said earlier on, it's the government of Nigeria that should be doing what Absalami was doing. We commended his efforts. If I read our letter, we said we appreciated his efforts in terms of taking the initiative. But we were not going to put ourselves through that. Jojo, yes. Let me give you an example to Jojo. Some years back, some Nigerian boys came to Ikorodu, causing problems there, attacking people and the rest of them. We did the investigation. From the Southwest came out and said, look, this side, your boys causing problem here. What happened? Bakla called. What am I reading? Are you sure? They did not come and say, oh, you are stigmatizing your people. Then Bakla said, no, we have to meet. Please, can you get a hall at a hotel? And that, yes, you are hosting, but we share the bill 50-50% to show good faith. We arranged a meeting. We met. It was interesting. There was a gentleman called Shoot at Sight. He got up at that meeting. Said, yes, I know some of these boys who are doing this thing. He mentioned their names. And then at that meeting, what did we do? We set up a joint committee to visit the scene. We went to the Palace of Akaribo. We went all over everywhere. They show concern. They compensated the leader of their team, or the leader team, apologized, commiserated with those who were attacked. Till date, I want to tell me one relation of Miyetti Allah who has expressed condolence of all the days I've got it across this country. It didn't happen. Then they went back home. See, today, it's about 3-4 years now, we've not had such a thing happen in that place. So what we expected was that we, ACF, Northern Ida Forum, yes, at the conference, after we discussed, the Northern Ida Forum ACF will go back and talk to Miyetti Allah, not to bring them on the table with us.
Well, I think you have to intervene at this point.
But the Miyetti Allah,
Yes.
it has been reported that they said they will be going around the country for reconciliation. By chance, they arrive in the southwest and also come and tender some apology. I don't know whether you'll be ready to accept the apology since you don't even believe that they should sit on the same table with you. Then, second part of my question, the insecurity in the country, to the extent that regional groupings are not looking at how to provide security. And the last report we read was that the Southwest traditional rulers and other stakeholders are planning their own security. This idea of regions planning their own security, I don't know what does that tell well of the future of this country.
Well, starting from the question of Miyetti Allah, we will not be ready for such insulting thought they say they want to do. Except they're ready to go and wake up all the dead and reconcile with them first, and then come to us. People have committed all kind of heinous crimes. Look, a leader once told me that a former governor in one of our states in Southwest did tell him that there's a section of the state he was governing over that when a woman gives birth today, you don't know who the father is. Whether it's a herdsman or the woman's husband. They rape our women, they kill people, they come down this. Nobody has been punished for such crimes. Now you are coming to reconcile with who? The insult is just getting too much. Now, in terms of your second question, we believe seriously that where Nigeria is today, the leadership of the country should be concerned that the country is going down. Like I said earlier on, where we are today, except we are pretending, it's almost similar to where we were in the build-up to 67. And we seem not to, in the midst of all this, what government seems to be doing instead of bringing that attention is to be promoting things that divide them up. Ruga, you want to take land all over Nigeria and give to Fulani herdsmen. You had Fulani radio. 100 billion naira alleged to have been offered to herdsmen by the government. In the midst of all that, where? A few days ago, you had the Senate president, when they were screening water resources minister, and they asked him what was his regret. My regret was that we did not pass the water bill. And the Senate president, oh yes, sir, that's going to be presented. Akpabio, who opposed it, is now with us. That is, now Frank wants to take over all rivers so that we are aware of the onshore, offshore that customary reform you're having. So, in the midst of all this, you are not doing just one thing to promote inclusivity. All you are doing is to bring more things that divide and separate the people. So, where we are is very frightening. And every voice of reason that have tried to say, oh, let's do a different line, shut them down. You accuse them of all kinds of things. So where we are is very frightening. And we believe that first, we must get out of these things, move in a different direction.
Well, Yinka, if you may just hold your thoughts there, we'll take a short break, and then we'll come back to you and continue with this conversation. Here on Arise News, still with us in the studio is Yinka Odumakin, Secretary of Afenifere, the Pan-Yoruba Social Cultural Organization. He's also organizing secretary of the Southern and Middle Belt Elders Forum. Yinka, you seem to have ruled out reconciliation.
No.
Even if you say you don't mind dialogue, but you say if the Miyetti Allah comes around on a tour, on a reconciliation tour, you are still not likely to grant them an audience, except they are willing to wake up the dead. I hope I'm quoting you correctly.
Yeah.
But what options are available to us beyond every group in the southern part of Nigeria resorting to self-help? Yoruba saying they will introduce forest guards, the Ohanese Indigbo saying they will protect their own region. And what's the minimum demand from Southern and Middle Belt Elders Forum on the Nigerian government?
Okay, first of all, the question of Miyetti Allah coming on the reconciliation tour, it's like if an armed robber comes to your house, take all your things, you know that and the armed robber is, you know the armed robber. The thing that is done, that the law is applied. But the law is not being applied, then the armed robber says he wants to come and reconcile with you. What are you reconciling? That's our position. We are open to dialogue, but not a dialogue that violates our essence and violates our values. Now, about the question of people trying to do self-help. People are being forced to this stage. I said somewhere else, the essence of government is to be able to apply laws, instruments of state, to mediate between citizens and groups. Because, you see, it's my late friend, Abaka Momo, who used to say that you can do injustice to any group, but any attempt by any ethnic group to seek ethnic justice will always result to genocide. And that's why we are mindful. But it's a failure of government in Nigeria that allows people now to say that, oh, you have to help ourselves. You remember when General Adanjuma went to Jalingo and said that you have to defend yourself. If you wait for the security forces to protect you, you will die one by one because there is collusion. Now, if government has been alive to, for instance, okay, let me say this now. Okay, let's say now I stole a phone.
Keep your phone very well.
and I'm caught in the process. Because that phone, maybe it cost her a fortune. If she's to apply justice on her own, she may say that I have to lynch this guy. But when state comes in, state look at it, okay, he stole a phone. How much is the phone? There has to be deterrence. Okay, maybe 6 months imprisonment, maybe also fine. That's the role of the state. But the moment the state is not there to perform that role, people will resort to self-help. And then that state, judgment is not measured. It's emotional that dictates judgment. So government should be serious to ensure that people don't resort to self-help. And now the call on the government. The call on the government yesterday is that in 2015, Mr. President said at his inauguration, I'm the president of everybody. I belong to everyone. I belong to no one. But I have not seen that in demonstration. It's been 97%, 5% pattern we have been seeing. The reason why Miyetti Allah is so audacious today is that they want to embark on national tour. People who should be before the law, who should be asking questions. You remember the last time when General Gawan said that, when he went to Benue, after the Benue killing, and said that Miyetti Allah leader should be questioned by the law. He said Gawan was mad. Miyetti Allah. And nobody connected to order. So they have seen themselves as being about the law. And that's why I felt last year, we appealed to Mr. President. You are the president of Nigeria. There's a conflict of interest between your role as president of Nigeria and grand patron of Miyetti Allah. Because something happened. I must tell you this. Some weeks back, we had a meeting of our friend in Akure, and a Professor Laleye came to the meeting and said he was coming from Ekiti, going to Osogbo. Somewhere between Ekiti and Ilisha, he was waylaid by herdsmen. He managed to escape. They shot at his car. As we were going, he got to the next police station, he stopped. He was panting. I was attacked now. They almost killed me. They almost killed me. I said, yes, we are. I saw them. They were Fulani herdsmen. I don't know. The police said, no, you can't report here. Go to the next station. Go to the next station. I know you have reported at the last station. Between Ilisha and Osogbo, there was no station I was able to take his report. And when this man came to the meeting, he explained, I said this thing openly. And I remember my very good brother, PPRO Franklin, but called me. In fact, maybe even the boss would have thought we made up a story. So go and ask him. I said, oh, I'll give you Prof's number. I gave him his number. This is the man. And the Prof started telling him, like, these are going on. So clearly, today, the government of Nigeria under President Buhari should realize that there's a road to Nigeria, not to herdsmen. Not the moment you continue to, have you noticed a pattern? When you accuse Miyetti Allah of anything, when the passenger spoke, Miyetti Allah did not respond with a word. It was Lai Mohammed and Gabriel Shiu and Fermentation who are responding on behalf of Miyetti Allah. So that should not continue. There is a country here, and the reason why today is General Salami that's calling everyone together is because Nigerian government has forfeited the authority, the moral stature to stand in the gap between all Nigerian different sections and call them together because it has lined itself behind the group.
Okay.
That should not continue.
Now, let's take things to the Southwest
Yes.
for a second, because it seems as though Southwest leaders have been coming together to try and reconcile and look for conclusions to this problem that we're facing. And two ideas that I've heard going around a lot is, one, the development of a migration committee around the Southwest, and two, the development of a Southwest database, which the government cannot stop. What do you think about these two ideas? Do you think that these are things that Southwest leaders should now be looking to implement?
Well, because people are looking for all kinds of solutions, because the central authority is making it difficult to deal with this situation. And you cannot blame people for looking for, I mean, the other day, 2 days ago, and the Southeast governors are talking about forest guards, that they will now want to fund cow business on their own. So that you can, if they have their own cows, you cannot say because you are bringing cows, now begin to do all kind of criminalities in their area. It's, people will begin to look for different kind of solutions to this problem for as long as there is no, the government refuses to be governmental. But there's a risk we run. Because once, you can't stop it. Once people conclude that we can only help ourselves, then you cannot stop it where to go to. Because it's not just only one area. And that's why, but more importantly, we have to look at the structure of Nigeria. Because I heard the Southwest governor talking about the fact that they want to put out their own security outfits and the rest of them. I remember in 2014, when former President Goodluck Jonathan called a national conference. And there was a proposal at that conference about the popular issue, which should not be a debate in any federation, about multi-level policing, state police.
Or community policing.
In fact, states, community, you know, go to America, university have their own police.
Yes.
So what's the problem? You have, you say there are governors, you say there are chief security officers. Many of these states, I mean, for instance, remember the former governor of the State recently was accused that, okay, so he bought arms for the police when it was being handed over. It became a big issue and the rest of them. I said, Ogun State is bigger than how many countries in the United Nations? When Nigeria now say that
At
the
least Ogun State is bigger than Tuvalu.
I mean, so I now say the governor of the state, the governor of the state in Nigeria cannot have a police. No, that's wrong. So the day we're having this debate in the national conference, and some of our friends from the north say, no, post-state police, governor of Miyetti, as God will have it. The nation is over that day. A day before, they had a photograph on the front page. When you look at the man, you think that he's a Nigerian police officer. But when you read the caption, Ishiba police in Kano, Sharia police. So, a delegation, I called the national office, give us 492 copies of this paper. And place a copy before every delegate. And we said, in your front, that's Ishiba police. Sharia is not strictly part of the Constitution of Nigeria. But they have the police there. They go about destroying beer, enforcing Sharia. Now you have constitutionally elected governors who cannot have police to enforce the laws they make. That cannot continue. And we continue to stonewall that. And you say, so how can you say, a governor have security votes? He has no security to it. What I said to do with that money. So the fundamental thing we have to resolve is that we must practice federalism the way it's practiced.
Well,
we must have multi-level policing.
Before we
in the
go,
country.
Yinka,
Yes.
There's something I need you to clarify.
Yes.
We had Femi Adesina on this program not
Yes.
too long ago, and I posed a question to him that members of the Afenifere Renewal Group visited President Buhari to congratulate him on his re-election. And then he corrected me. He said it was not Afenifere. It was not Renewal Group. It was Afenifere. Now, I mean, you've been very critical of President Buhari. If indeed your group went and congratulated him, what was that all about? Just clarification in maybe 10 seconds.
Yes, that was a death of integrity by an administration that talks about integrity. How can you receive members of your party? I mean, every member of that delegation, you can stay their role in the APC. Was it Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Southwest APC leader? Was it Senator Abriola Biyidojaye, who is your appointee at NCC? Was it former governor of Ogun State? Was it Ajimobi, who was former governor of Oyo State, who have never seen Afenifere once in his life? So in fact, it shows the challenge of integrity in land for anybody to receive such group and say, was it
So you are saying that was not Afenifere?
Not at all. But the good thing is that, you know, for you to have a fake, there must be original.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you very much, Yinka Odumakin, for coming to the morning show.
Absolutely.